In case you didn't know, the U.S. is having a debt crisis. Our government is spending way more than we take in, so much so that we're $37 trillion in debt. This is making it so no one really wants to buy our debt to fund our spending. So what if I told you that crypto will be one of the answers to this problem? What if I told you that the U.S. Senate may have just passed the most bullish crypto legislation in history, and it's also a win for the U.S. dollar? If you're still bullish on crypto, you may not be bullish enough.
Because crypto, that seems to be a threat to the dollar, doesn't it?
I think it's the opposite.
Oh, really?
I think stable coins could reinforce dollar supremacy.
The Stablecoin Act, also called the Genius Act, is set up to propel crypto and at the same time help solidify the U.S. currency as the world's currency. Every crypto holder will help back the U.S. financial system. So stick around, because whether you're a crypto investor or just care about the future of the dollar, this law changes everything. And hey, if you're serious about crypto and into my take on crypto news, hit that like button and subscribe. The Genius Act just passed the Senate by a large margin, 68-30, and is making its way to the House next. It's expected to pass quickly due to the Republican majority in the House. So here's what it does. It regulates stablecoins in the U.S. It requires that every stablecoin, every single one, be backed 1-to-1 by something like U.S. dollars or short-term U.S. Treasuries. It brings stablecoin issuers under federal licensing. And most importantly, it gives stablecoins legitimacy and regulatory clarity. It sounds a little bit boring on the surface, but what it unlocks is simply game-changing. So let's talk about crypto first. Stablecoins are the on-ramp. So basically, they're where the journey begins for most people entering the crypto market. You don't buy Bitcoin with a check. You buy it with USDC, USDT, or typically another stable coin. But until now, stablecoins have lived in a legal gray area, not totally illegal, but not clearly regulated. That kept institutional investors and cautious individuals on the sidelines. The Genius Act changes that. It gives clear guardrails and federal backing to the stablecoin market. So what happens when people feel safe holding stablecoins? They start exploring everything else. Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi, staking, NFTs, you name it. And here's the kicker. Research shows that stablecoin holders are way more likely to eventually invest in other cryptocurrencies. Regulation will multiply that effect. This act effectively supercharges the gateway to crypto adoption. So now, here's the twist that many people are missing, and this is big. This isn't just good for crypto. It's potentially great for the US dollar, and here's why. Under the new law, stablecoins must be backed by US dollars or short-term US Treasuries. That means stablecoin issuers like Circle or even future banks eventually will need to go out and buy tons of treasuries to back their coins. You're creating a brand new mega buyer for US debt. So what happens when demand for treasury goes up, the price rise, and the yields or the interest rate goes down? There's an inverse relationship. That makes it cheaper for the US to borrow money. And with our current debt situation, that's really important. But it gets even better. Stablecoins are mostly used globally. That means the U.S. is exporting dollar-backed digital money all around the world, digitally extending their reach of the dollar into every smartphone, every DeFi wallet, every remittance app. That's soft power. That's money dominance. That's monetary dominance, all on chain. So while other countries are scrambling to launch central bank digital currencies, the U.S. just outsourced that process and let the private sector do it better. So let's take the big view, the 30,000-foot view. Crypto wins because it now has a clean, safe, regulated on-ramp. The dollar wins because stablecoins drive demand for treasuries and export the greenback digitally. The economy wins because yields go down, that's the interest rate, and debt gets cheaper to service. The innovation wins because finally we have real, enforceable rules, not just SEC lawsuits and not just gray zones. This might be the most overlooked bullish signal in many years. This isn't just a regulatory footnote, it's a foundational shift. If you believe in crypto, or even if you just care about America maintaining economic leadership, this is a win you should be paying big attention to. So drop a comment. Do you think this bill is turning point for crypto and the dollar, or just another half measure? Be sure you're subscribed because things are moving super fast and you don't want to miss what's next. I'll see you next time.